2011 at the University of Central Florida. Oh. And I was actually, is Jacob here? Awesome. And I was wondering if Jacob could give us a little bit of background on Hack Week and how it works here at UCF.
Yeah, of course. So it actually started as a single day and an 8-hour day, and we would kick off that day and say, we would all get together just like we're doing right now, and talk about the projects that we wanted to work on, or maybe say, hey, I don't have a project. What can I help someone with? And then we would work on whatever we wanted to work on for that day. And we usually tried to make it, related to our work. But sometimes we had some off-the-wall things, and we would present at the end of, well, actually at the beginning of the next day, just to give everybody a full day. And that kind of came from the idea of the FedEx Day, which has been that term has been used a couple times, or the Google 20% time. So basically, just giving people a time set aside out of every semester, in our case, to work on something that maybe they've been putting off, or a passion project or something like that, something that's not their day job, not their day-to-day, answering emails, that kind of thing. And we've been hosting this every semester since 2011, and it's been really great. So we thought it would be awesome to take that same kind of energy, same kind of idea, and apply it to TOPkit and the community around it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And Jacob, I should introduce him. He is a team lead of the Tech Rangers and Learning Systems and Technology here at the University of Central Florida, where we work on online courses. And basically what his team does, and the way Hack Week originally came about in our department, was his team, a team of developers, started making little apps that maybe they were wanting to work on, and then that sort of started to expand into our whole department. So the instructional designers were getting into it, as well as the graphics team and the video team. And then eventually we wanted to extend that, just like Jacob said, to more instructional designers and faculty and the whole TOPkit community, so we could come together and make this online faculty development hack day. And here's why. I think Jacob and I both kind of touched on this. And really, the goal is to create an opportunity for broader faculty development community to come together around these shared goals. Our goal is to solve challenges in the field by enhancing or reimagining a process, program, or tool, and expand our network and increase access to quality, publicly available resources. Our big goal here is something that we don't always get to do so much, which is cross-institutional collaboration. Often we say we're going to do this, but it becomes hard for us to get in touch with people. Everybody's schedules are here. Now is the time. We're all here together, and hopefully we can continue to work throughout this week. So there's been a little bit of questions that we've gotten from our participants about what we can create. And I'm sure some of you have come with awesome ideas. Don't let this stop you. But this should be included, but not limited to, infographics, a short course or course sharing that you've been working on, audio, video, quick tips, faculty workshop framework for a workshop or workshop series, reusable learning objects like H5P or Materia, which you may be familiar with, or even Obojobo, perhaps a peer review process for training, maybe a TOPkit website page, or even a survey or focus group protocol for courses or trainings. Basically, whatever you are looking to work on and maybe want feedback on or collaboration with, now is the time. So now I'm going to turn this over to Jim Paradiso, who is an instructional designer here at UCF and part of the TOPkit team. He's also our OER guru, and really he has been a huge inspiration behind this entire hack day. And he's going to give us all an opportunity to share ideas today. So take it away, Jim.
Thanks, Charlotte. Excuse me. So I briefly looked through the participant list, and I know a few names and I don't know a few others. I don't know if you all know each other, to what extent you do, but we wanted to take a little bit of time. Not sure if anyone came with an idea or if you all want to start brainstorming, but we're definitely prepared to put you in a group or let you kind of ride out on your own. So if you could in the chat, let's just identify like who has an idea and who doesn't. If you have an idea, if you could just put like a little Y in the chat, like the letter Y, that'll help us know if you have an idea and can help link people up with you potentially if you're open to collaborating. I see Jan is a yes, Josh, yes. Karen, yes. And if you're part of their team and talked with them prior to coming, like, yeah, you don't have to put repeat yeses if you're all already part of a group. So I see that, okay. Anyone, oh yeah, Y with Josh, thank you. Great. Let's give a couple more minutes. Oh, great, okay, some people already started some groups up then. So I see a lot of people have a Y, I don't know how many N's there are, but so what we can maybe do now is if you're not part of a group, but want to be part of a group, can you say I, like the letter I? And then we'll put you potentially in a group, okay? All right. Okay, so that may be the exhaustion of the list. I haven't been keeping count, but for those, okay, good flow. Charlene, I see. Oh, our director of instructional design is here too. So whoever might be lucky to get her in a group, yeah. We expect you to put in the work too, Charlene, you know, don't say I got emails and meetings and all. All right, good. All right, great. So thank you. If everyone didn't respond, that's still okay. For those who said yes, even if you're with a group, would you mind sharing? And maybe I'll scroll back up to the Y. And if you don't mind, I'm just gonna call on some people. I see that Josh, I'll just go down the list from the first person who responded with a Y. Josh, what is your idea maybe for the group to know? Or you can introduce yourself first too, I suppose.
Hi, I'm Josh Strigel, and I'm Director of E-Learning and Learning Support here at College of Central Florida. And Jennifer and I have put together a worksheet and some kind of expanded or illuminated instructions to go with that around the topic of regular and substantive interaction because of the new DOE guidelines that went in place around that. And it's designed to be a planning worksheet for preferably for a designer to work with faculty on that. But we want to expand that into more of a guidebook and have some best practices and some research references to go along with that. So we thought it might be a topic that some other colleagues could work on with us and build a kind of a lit review around that others could use if they wanted. So lit review around regular and substantive interaction and just faculty-student interaction in general.
Thanks, Josh. So the review around interaction, that's great. Let's see, Jen, would you mind sharing what you had in mind? And if you're working with anyone already?
Yeah, so I'm not currently in a group with anybody, but it's interesting because what Josh described is kind of similar but related. How's that? It's related to what I'm interested in doing. So I was originally thinking that I'd like to give a refresh, a redo to a faculty workshop. It's originally student engagement using Canvas tools. And so it's very focused on how can Canvas support engagement. It doesn't bring in any external tools. But I think if Josh would want another group member, it sounds like what Josh's concept is would definitely be a supportive project or resource for what I'm interested in. So I'll put that out there, but you know, if anyone is interested in more faculty hands-on workshop or something to that effect, I'm happy to talk with someone about that too.
Thanks, Jan. I appreciate that. Karen, did you have an idea?
Hey there. I just wanted to put out that, you know, my favorite realm of life is working with training faculty to be more attentive to online accessibility. And lately, the last couple of years, no surprise, the online captioning has been a huge demand and huge interest. You know, what does genuine, authentic, appropriate, proper captioning look like, as opposed to the other stuff that we might see from time to time. But anyway, but if anybody's interested in trying to work through either a course or a, you know, maybe like a little mini course or a web page or anything to help, you know, continue to guide their faculty on best practices for good old-fashioned, you know, universal design for learning, captioning, anything, you know, working with accessible documents, PDFs, etc. I'd be very happy to collaborate with anybody who'd like to do that.
Thanks, Karen. And do you know off the top of your head if there is a TOPkit webpage on best practices for video captioning, specifically around that? Can't recall.
I am not 100% sure. I know we've had, I believe UDL
Yes.
featured items, which is pretty much along those lines, and I'd be happy to focus in that direction. But
I'm just curious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Jennifer is with Josh. Jennifer, do you have anything you wanted to add, or?
No, I'm good. Josh got it. He said it all.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Next is, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Sasi.
Hi.
Hi, did I do a good
Hi.
job or no with your name?
So I think I understood about the question why, but I think my idea is to look for the online course for my own course in Thailand, which is English classroom management. And during COVID-19, online course is a must. But for this course, I think there is a part for our students to practice teaching in their own classroom. So I find a dynamic to support the teaching practices, but either online or on-site, and how teacher can help while they design online course like this.
Great, for English language specifically, right? Because that's your area.
Yeah.
All right, that's great.
Thank
That's kind of
you.
up my alley, actually. Yeah, I'm a former, well, Charlotte and I both taught English as a second language and foreign language internationally, here locally, and at UCF even. So,
So happy to hear that.
yeah, thank you for coming. All right, so let me see if I have Amanda. Did you have an idea you would like to share?
Yeah, sure. So I am working on a study and was going to use this week to put together a literature review for types of support during COVID and for the future, and just particularly in digital learning.
Okay, types for digital learning.
And I've got two others working with me, Amy and Roslyn, so I'm good to go.
Okay, great. Thank you. Holly is in a group with Chris. Did I hear from either? I don't know if I've heard from Chris yet. Would you like to share, Holly?
Sure. So Chris Baranovic and I work at Southeast Missouri State University, and we are working on designing an online teaching fundamentals course that can both instruct faculty about best practices, but also model those. We have a considerable number of faculty who teach online, but haven't ever taken an online course. So this course is for them, and also for folks who are totally new to online teaching. And we are also good to go and really excited to see everybody else's ideas develop.
Great. We recently shared some introduction to online learning in Canvas Commons through our university. So I'd be happy to share the links with you all for nothing more, for a reference and potential application or adaptation, because they're all openly licensed.
That would be awesome. The other sort of sub objective with this is we just adopted Canvas last spring.
Okay.
So we are looking for anything that faculty might go, oh, okay, I could learn something there, and they need to feel what a course feels like. So.
Okay, great. Yeah, I have some resources that I can share with y'all here towards the latter parts of this event, or latter parts of today. Thanks, and thanks for coming. How's the weather up there in Missouri?
It's finally fall. Finally.
Yeah. Here too, well, it's been in Florida here. A lot of us are in Central Florida on this call. It's finally cooled down, so at least where I live. So very, very good, very comfortable. I got yard work done without, dying, getting a sunburn. I didn't even wear a hat, and I don't look red or anything, so it worked. All right, but let's see, Dana, would you like to share what you're interested in doing?
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi.
I'm actually really excited and had written down a bunch of ideas like 2 weeks ago. Holly, what you were just talking about, we actually have a course that we run. It's kind of a iteration on two. One of ours is called Essentials of Online Teaching, and the other one is Foundations. And the Foundations is for graduate students who are transitioning into teaching positions. So, and the Essentials is for faculty that are already teaching and want to teach online. And it gives them the student experience and then kind of a twist on the student experience for graduates. So if you want to talk, we can talk about what you guys are thinking. What I really would like to do though is develop a curriculum or either a set of workshops or one particular workshop that would be a little bit expanded for my faculty about online course design. So an advanced course for online course design. They get some foundational information in either Foundations or Essentials, whatever iteration of that course they take, but they do struggle when they kind of get launched out. So that's what I'm really interested in.
Great. So like in advanced, sort of the next tier of course, because you have that Essentials and then you like to go like next stage. Cool.
Exactly. And not like, and although, we enjoy when we can work with instructional designers, I think they need a pedagogical lens for faculty so that they can understand how that integrates with their work.
Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for sharing. Dana, where are you joining us from?
I'm from far from you. I'm from Drexel in Philadelphia.
Great. How's the weather up there? I feel like I should
cold, very cold. No, I always say it's cold, but it's probably about 55 today.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends up in Boston, and every time we have calls, they're like, not friends, like colleagues, like they're friends, I guess too, but raining, cold, and I'm from Chicago originally, so I know what the fall is like. It's not, I don't know how it is on the East Coast, but the Midwestern fall isn't wonderful. I love the season, but weather-wise, comparatively to where we might be right now, where I'm located now, it's quite different. But thanks, Dana, for sharing. And I wrote down your idea there too. I'm sure others are listening in. I think I hit everyone that had a Y. There are a few with I's. So I might now just invite the I's quickly. I know this has been more than 5 minutes. Charlotte, Amanda, are we okay on time? Can I get another 5 minutes, or are we feeling pressed?
Absolutely. We are great on time, Jim.
Thank you. So Judy, nice to see you. Or I don't see you, but nice that you're here. Did any of the projects mentioned resonate with you? And if so, which ones? Maybe we can try to connect you.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I do like the idea of of Dana's idea on the online course design, and what was the other? Holly's on Canvas tools and aids. I like the sounds of either of those, and would like more information on the one that Amanda is doing.
Okay, well, we're going to have breakout rooms here shortly where y'all can kind of like hop into the ones that may be of interest to you. Right now we have, I'm just counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like we have 6 groups. So whoever's preparing breakout rooms, if we can kind of prepare 6. And then I will still go through the I's here really quickly because there aren't too many people left. And then maybe we can break out into rooms, and you can hop around too. If you see names that you remember from their presentation, what they wanted to do, you can hop around and see if you can link up. or you can work independently, of course, if none of them sounded good to you. And you can just stay in the main room with us and kind of chat about that. I see Chris Sharp. We haven't heard from you yet. Chris, how you doing? And did any of the projects sound interesting to you?
Hi, I'm doing well. I'm an educational technologist at the University of Florida. I came because I do love hackathon ideas, and I wanted to come and see if there was any group that is really interested in like new and emerging technologies or covering how that could fit into courses. So some of that might be kind of adjacent to it. I might want to go and talk to some groups, or if anyone wants someone to come with a technological approach, bent, someone who loves tools, experimenting, let me know.
Yeah, and I think the Jan, if I'm not mistaken, had a spin on something related to tools native to Canvas specifically. Am I right, Jan?
Looking at engagement tools, but I think I might be moving towards Josh's group if that's all right.
Oh yeah, sure, of course. Okay, well, I love tools. If nothing more, I'd be happy to chit chat with you too and see. I'm a tools guy myself, so I'm not an educational technologist, but I might as well be partially. Well, thanks for sharing, Chris. Charlene, did any of the groups resonate with you?
Well, I am interested. This is my first time. I'm listening and observing. I'm interested in is it Sashi's idea of teaching practices and teaching English as second language. I think English is second language to me, and the learning is a long-term process. And I feel like I'm still learning lots of things to learn. English is a crazy language. So I think I'll be interested in joining that group.
Great, thanks, Charlene. Appreciate that. Florence. We call her Flo around here, but I don't know how you want to go by in this group. Did you have any group that stuck out to you that was interesting?
Okay, there are a lot of interesting ideas that were floated here. I like Josh's idea of the guidebook, but his group sounds like it's getting a lot of interest. I also was looking at Dana's essentials and the workshop, the development of her curriculum. I like that as well, but I can also chit chat with Chris on the new and emerging technology because that's where I've been dabbling lately.
All right, great. So I'll put I'm just making notes. Great, thanks, Flo. And then I think two more. So if I could quickly, Amy Crowley, we haven't heard from you. Did any of the projects sound interesting to you? I see there's two Haleys maybe, so maybe we'll go with Haley Crowley first.
Yeah, they all sound very interesting. I am in a similar boat, I guess, to Holly and Chris, because we are about to move to Canvas. And so while we have a course for people who are new to online, it's for our old LMS, and we're going to need to be redoing it. And I think it's a good time to kind of refresh it anyway and kind of look at what we might want to do with it. So that would be very interesting to me. But I'm also interested in the work that that Josh and Jennifer were talking about, because a big piece of what I want to include in there is about engagement, because I think that that's so critical in the online environment. So somewhere between those two is kind of where I'm hanging out.
Okay, thanks, Amy. Again, just noted. Haley, from your iPhone, I think.
Yeah. It's on real quick, but I'm really thinking about starting up like a Canvas course that's teaching faculty about integrating high impact practices into their existing courses. So that's kind of the area that I'm leaning towards. I don't know which part that I'll dive into this week, but probably the whole idea of just making it interesting as the getting started.
Okay. High impact practices. Good. Thank you, Haley. And then I think I saw one here towards the end. Did I talk to you? Then I have a Haley and So Haley Winston, is that Haley's iPhone or are these different? Are you, is Haley on the iPhone the same as Haley Winston?
Yes, it's the same.
Okay, just wanted to make
I
sure.
renamed myself.
Just wanted to make sure. Okay. And Holly, did I touch base with you? For some reason, I'm thinking not, but then you said, thank you, Jim. So did I? Oh, no, I got you. Yes, your online teaching fundamentals with Chris. Gotcha. All right. I think that covers most people who put a Y or an I. Thank you guys so much for participating in that part of the session. And I don't know what's the next slide is. I can't recall. Are we breaking out soon? Yeah, here. Okay, great. So we've already kind of completed this slide in a sense, and we are really happy. I'm really happy to hear that there are quite a few groups who have some ideas and a few people who want to jump in. So Amanda, whoever's organizing the breakout rooms, do you think it'd be appropriate to start, move on to that portion?
Yeah, absolutely. So Amanda just opened the breakout rooms. We did assign them by name, just rather than kind of truncating the idea, you know, whose idea you've heard and listened to it. So we have Josh's group, Karen's, Sassy's, Holly, Dana, Haley, and then 2 other open rooms as well. So our goal here is we're going to spend about, let's say, 20 to 25 minutes talking amongst yourselves. What we need to work on is finding a time when you guys will meet, and then also try to come up with what you would like to deliver for next Monday's meeting. That might be just a blueprint of what you're going to be working on. That might be a prototype of what you're working on. It might be finished because you might have gotten started on it already. So once you get into your groups, take some time to chat. And then once we're back in about 25 minutes, we'll regroup and tell you guys the next steps for how we're going to be keeping track of everybody throughout the week.
Okay, feel free to join the room now. If you cannot join, I'd be happy to assign you. Just put the name or number of the room in the chat. Thank you.
And if you don't feel like you're ready for a room, feel free to stay in the main room and we can chat a bit more.
I'm not seeing the room invites. Are they here within Zoom?
Yeah, you have to go to the 3 dots and then.
I saw it.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
But if you do have difficulty, just put the number or the name of the room in the chat and I'll add you automatically.
And I don't know if Jennifer was here before. Did you just join or have you been here the whole
Yeah,
time?
sorry, I was a little bit later, but I think well, everything I heard sounds interesting, but I'm kind of interested in learning more about Haley's idea as far as incorporating service learning.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Haley has a room, yes?
Okay, I think, yeah, thank you.
In the breakout. Thank you. Perfect.
Going well. I know this is kind of just like I'm bringing it up now, but I'm thinking if we can identify when they come really quick, identify who's going to remain a group, but then I'll just write down names. And what I'm going to do is create channels in the Discord for them, and we'll still have the drop in. But I know I'm probably going to be talking about Discord anyways, but I just wanted to see if everyone was okay with that.
Okay.
Me creating channels for each group. And then also telling them, Amanda, that we have a Google folder for them. Do we have a Google folder for all of them? Yes, looks like
we do. Amanda actually created them. She got that all
Great.
done. So.
Could you actually leave that up, please, when they come back, just first, so I think it'll help for me to ask directly from this page.
Sure.
And then anyone can correct, and we can even just say, hey, the drive's there.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're probably going to say that on the final slide, but.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe, I don't know. However, then it's okay.
We ask them first, just so we don't. The problem is when I start going out of order, I start to miss things. So let's do the Discord first, and then I'll share the links of everything.
Perfect. Could you share the Google just while we have 3 minutes? I just wanted to write down the names of the groups that are in the Google Drive right now. Thank you. That way I can just put people underneath them. So we got Dana. Okay. Haley. Holly. Josh. Sorry if there's a loud noise. Someone's doing yard work next to my house.
Oh yeah,
Karen.
all the time, every day. And ours doesn't have an HOA, so everybody's on a different day.
We
Every
do.
day.
No one really follows it, but so it looks like I have Dana, Haley. I have 2, 4, 6 groups. Is that correct? Is that how many breakout rooms we currently have? Let's see. Looks like Haley might be in there. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Alrighty, thank you, Charlotte. I'm gonna pop in and see Haley really quick, and then I'll be back at 4.
Yeah, and I wanted to say, Chris, yeah, we have one professor in particular who is just a superstar and loves trying out everything that we have, and he's in physics. So he's built all of those modules, and he's doing a course redesign on it. Like, he's amazing.
It may have been mentioned by the faculty member I'd worked
Dr.
with at
Chin?
UCF before. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I was told I should connect with him because of our shared
Oh.
background in physics and shared interest in tools, but I never did because, you know, who has time for all the things?
Actually, if you're interested in learning more about Owojobo, he actually did a little mini seminar. It was about 15, 20 minutes long on Owojobo. If you'd like to watch it, I can send you the link. It was just a Zoom recording, but
That
it
might
was,
be helpful to help me orient on this.
yeah, absolutely. I'm going to find the link right now and I will send it to you.
Hi, Flo. I see that you're back.
Yeah, we're here. Dana and I came back.
Okay.
I'm hearing that Chris got something going too. That's good to know.
Well, welcome back. We've got about 2 minutes before everybody comes back to the main room, and then we'll say a few words about the drop-in during the week through Discord, as well as the showcase, where you show your artifacts and get some ideas from other people too.
Hi, Dana. Were you able to link up with, or how was your group? Did you guys disband already? Kind of, okay, great. While we're waiting to come back, well, we're coming back here really soon, so maybe I'll just wait. Just gonna ask a question here.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a great conversation. I know Charlotte and Jim wanted to mention a few more things before we close out for today's session.
Thank you, Amanda. I would just like to know, I didn't see all the rooms. I don't know where everybody went or where everyone decided to stay. I'm just gonna read off the list from the top. I would like for you to please indicate who your who's in your group, and then I'm gonna create, like, you know, channels in Discord for y'all to have, and then you will also be given a link to some other stuff, spaces where you can put shared docs and other files and such. Dana, could you share who ended up in your group?
So Florence and I had a great conversation. Chris came and visited us for a few minutes, but that was cool. And do you want me to share what we talked about?
We have about 9 minutes, if time allows, because I would say at the end of this, you can post in the Discord. We'll share the Discord. You can post in the Discord what your group decided, and I'll make a channel specifically for y'all. I just need to know who's. I would just like to know if possible. Is it just you and Flo then?
That's correct.
Great. I don't know if Haley is here. Haley, did you end up speaking with anybody? Did you?
I did. So it's myself and Jennifer Lauren.
Okay. Great. Jennifer Lauren. Okay. Holly.
So Chris and Judy are in my group.
Chris and Judy. Perfect. Josh.
Jennifer Beloff and Jan Sutton are in my group, so it'll be the 3 J's.
Uh-oh, you already said nickname coming up for your for everything y'all do. Karen has Susie. Go ahead. Sorry, Karen, are you back yet? If not, I can write in the names. I know it's Susie, Marilyn, and sorry, I can't remember the other person's name. Karen or Susie, who else was in the group?
Yeah, Marilyn, do you can you give me your partner's name?
Talisa Jones.
Oh,
Thank
Talisa,
you.
that's right.
Sorry
Thank
about
you.
that.
All right,
Okay,
perfect.
no problem.
And then Sasi and Charlene. Charlene, are you going to be with Sasi?
Yes, we work together.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Did I know Chris? You might have. I don't know if you landed somewhere or you're kind of working on looking into some tools and.
If you're referring to this, Chris, I want to look into this Obo Jobo project for a moment to see if that's going to look like for me.
Cool. I will create a channel for you just so you can share out with the group what you learn about Obo Jobo. Is that okay?
That's great.
Okay. Awesome. Did I miss anybody? Did anyone not link up or still need to? Great. Well, thank you. Thank you all so much. This has been really great, and time flies when you're having fun. I think this is fun, hopefully for most of you. And I wanted to just give a quick note about daily drop-ins. So those of us who are here today from the UCF side, and I can speak for myself only, I suppose, are gonna, we set up a Discord channel for y'all to go in there and drop in to get any sort of support, any sort of questions. So from 9 to 4, you can just ping us, just like at general or something like that. And I would advise you, if you don't have the Discord app on your phone, you can join with this link on on your desktop, right? But I'd encourage you heavily to download the app because I don't get notifications unless I have the app like downloaded. Because on my desktop I don't for some reason. So little hint. Y'all can tag each other there, and it's kind of just like any other communication. If you haven't used Discord, it's like a Slack or even a Microsoft Teams or something. Okay. So yeah, drop in anytime, 9 to 4. We'll make a morning announcement every day, and then set some times with your teams when you can kind of get together. It's up to y'all to choose. We are expecting though that well, Charlotte will talk about maybe showcase on the next slide, but yeah, choose what to do in your channels. And I don't know if I'll have time for a short demo, but maybe I'll give just a quick, super quick, and I'll leave 4 minutes for Charlotte here. Okay, so sorry, this is very much not, okay, so this is happening today. So I said, there's a hackathon group here right now at the left. I see Sasi's in the drop-in voice channel already. So what's going to happen is you're going to see a few more channels under this TOPkit 2021 hackathon that I'll create for the groups. You can come in there and add your artifacts, talk to each other, have a voice chat, whatever you want to do. If you want to come and talk to us in the drop-in, you could just like at, my name or something, or just at, moderators, I think, Jacob, right? At drop-in moderators. And that drop-in moderator is going to tag all of us who said we will help moderate. And we'll try to answer all your questions as quickly as possible. We're all working still, including you, I'm sure. So we'll be in and out, but we'll try our best to get to your question promptly. And then if you see us in the voice chat area, you can just pop in for a quick phone call. Or even if you want to take a phone call, do it from there. I see Charlotte's typing, so great. Any questions before I hand it over to Charlotte for the last slide? Was everyone able to join the Discord? Maybe I should ask that question. Is the link from the slideshow? You can just hover your phone camera over it probably. I will stop sharing and share the Discord again, maybe, Charlotte, sorry, the slide.
Yeah, sure. I'll share it, and also it is in the chat.
Oh,
so
great, thank you.
link.
It doesn't look like it's hyperlinked from there, but yeah, sure. Thank you. Yeah, you can join with the QR code or from the chat. Thank you, Charlotte, for doing that. Are there any questions before we wrap up with the closing slide? Okay.
Okay, awesome. And once you guys play around with it, Discord is actually very intuitive. So we're going to show you one more place where your team is going to keep files. And that is ultimately when we go to the showcase, which will be next Monday at the same time, November 8th, 2021, from 3 o'clock to 4:30. What we are going to ask is that you keep all your files inside of this Google folder. This is a shared Google folder that all of you now have groups in, and the final Zoom link will be the same one that we're here with today. It's the tinyurl/TOPkit hack Zoom. And for this post event, everybody's going to be given about 5 to 10 minutes to present on their project and what they worked on. Once you guys are all done, we're all going to celebrate with each other, congratulate each other, and hopefully continue these projects as they keep going, because it's never the end. This is really just going to be the beginning. And I'm going to show you really briefly what this Google Drive looks like. Most of you have probably used it before. But the idea here was just to create a space where all of you could drop your files if you were creating something that was going to be heavy, like a H5P module or something like that. And here's Chris's group, Dana, Haley, Holly, Josh, Karen, and then a few extra folders if anybody wants to create their own. Everybody should have editing privileges here. So I'm going to go ahead and share this. Oh, perfect. Actually, Jim already shared it. So if you want to go to tinyurl.com/tophackdrive, that should take you directly to the drive. Additionally, inside of this Google Drive, there is a quick start guide. So everything that we talked about today is in short form right here on the quick start guide. This information is also on the website, so you may have seen that already, but this is basically a truncated version of everything we talked about, and really everything else is in your hands to collaborate with your group and talk to each other. And we will see you in the Discord. And then finally, we'll see each other all next Monday for our final showcase. And oh my goodness, with a minute to spare. So that is everything, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And I welcome you to add any other questions that you may have, and open up the floor to anything else that you would like to share.
Are the group rooms public on the Discord? Because I don't see the specific rooms for the groups yet.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm going to create them, Chris, as soon as
okay.
well, I can do them now, but I hadn't done that yet because I didn't know what the groups were going to be. But I will do that right now. And I won't make them private. Do you just so that everyone can kind of poke in, or I could invite you all individually. I mean, is there a preference? Does anyone care? I'm pretty much all we're doing. The Google Drive, everything is pretty much open. So if you all don't mind, I'll just
I say
keep
no
them.
secrets. Yeah, no secrets, Jim.
If that's okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Jim, can you share that slide again with the QR code, please?
Sure. And the link is in the chat too, or I just posted it for the Discord here.
Oh, okay.
I just put it again in there for you if you'd like to look at the chat. Or the QR code. Charlotte just shared it. Thank you. Yes, of course.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, and we're, and I'm able to at least hang for a few if anyone else has questions. If you need to go to a 4 o'clock meeting, that's fine as well.